Hello everybody and welcome to your next AllegroHD tutorial. Now, last tutorial I told you that I was going to be showing you a more complicated way on order to check for input combos. And while I was creating the code for it, I realized that I was going overboard and I was making it overcomplicated than it actually has to be. Allegro has it built in that you can change the key values into ASCII, which is a big asset to us in our program. So might as well utilize that to the best of our ability. So in this code that you see right now, it's not going to be much more advanced than the last tutorial, but it does give you a bit more flexibility in your code. So let us look into it. Now this is essentially the same program as the last tutorial. I never copied it to I never copied it to be the same as the last tutorial, but it is generally around the same type of code. So right now I just have a string, not an array of strings, named coms1 for combo 1 whatever, and then I have a string for input, which we're going to input our value just like we did last tutorial. So I say that if the key is pressed, then we reset the timer again because we're inputting a value, and we say that we get the value, we change it to ASCII, and then we add the value into input. And then we say that we check to see that if the input contains our actual combo, that means it's basically saying that this this statement right here is just saying we should find the combo right here. So we have to check our input and see if we find the letter ZXZ. If we find ZXZ, then this statement will be equal to true, and therefore it will do this. Now, std string n position or whatever, n pos or whatever you want to call it, npos, is basically it's just saying that if it is actually located inside the string. So it's saying that if this returns, if this is actually inside the string, if we can find this, then we display this to the screen, we clear the input, and we reset the timer again to check for another type of combo. Okay, and you can research more about this on Google. It's fairly easy to grasp, it's not that complicated. So we basically check for the combo. If the combo is within the input, then we reset everything. Now what does this do for us? Well, in the last tutorial we said that if the input was equal to the type of combo, then we would actually display the combo to the screen. So then that means that if the combo was ZXZ, then if you were to press the letter C before you did ZXZ, then it would put the combo as false. Now with this input, no matter when you do the combo, it's just if you do it within the time allotted, then it would actually display the combo. So to show you as a little example, let me run this program right now. So right when the program starts, I'm just gonna put a bunch of random inputs, and then I'm gonna press ZXZ, and it's still gonna do the combo. So I'll tell you what letters I'm pressing. So let's wait for it. So I'm pressing LIKEUTPMKZXZ, and as you can see, it pops up as a combo. Then if I just press ZXZ, ZXZ shows combo. XCVBNMZXZ, it shows a combo. So that means you could mistakenly press a key and you could still do the combo within the allotted time. So that is another benefit to it as well. Now what if you only want some designated keys to be inputted into it? So say you only wanted to check for only designated keys. So say my designated key is equal to string designated key, and I can make an array of this, but say I put a designated key is equal to Z. Okay, so you only want to check for the letter Z, or whatever. Say you don't want them to do the combo yet or whatever, or you just want to check for one letter, or you want to check for many letters but you don't want to check for all of them, and so forth. You could do this. So you could get the value. You could say if value is equal to designated key. Now if you have an array of it, then you'd have to scroll through all the key the keys in the array. But you can say that if the value is equal to designated key, then we add the input to the value. So, designated, sorry. So if the value is equal to designated key, then we actually add it to the buffer. Now, we have to, I believe we'd have to change it to a type of integer or something, because value is an integer type. I'm not sure what the problem is, but since value is an integer and designated key is a string, then you can't really compare an integer to a string. So you'd have to set a way in order to compare them. I don't really want to go into detail about how to actually switch it so you can compare them. You could use string streams, etc., in order to compare them. I'm not going to go in depth, but basically the concept is that you say that if the value is equal to the designated key, then you add it to the input. If the value is not equal to any of the designated keys that you want, then you don't add it to the input. So if you only want to check for the letter Z, then only when they press Z it will be added to the input. You do that for whatever reason. Now some games, another benefit to this is that some games have sub moves and they have extended moves. For example, a second combo could be like comms2 could be equal to ZXZ CHC or whatever. So as you can see, this combo is a part of this combo. So with this method right here, you could say that that this is a submove of this, and then we check to see that if this combo is true. We check to see if this combo is true. If this combo is not true, then we will display that this person has pressed this combo, or etc. So this makes it a bit more flexible within our code, and you could do combos better this way. There may be some drawbacks that I can't really think of at the moment, but this should be a fairly efficient way, and you could and should be able to modify it to suit your needs. So this is the end of this tutorial. Hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, and bye.